Hello and welcome back to Wyvern-Hearted Ink and Friends. My name is Claymore and today I am doing a video on my goals for 2023. I've seen a lot of other artists doing this lately and I think it's a really great idea to get yourself started and as Dylan put it, you gotta put stuff out in the world to eventually achieve it and for others to be able to help you achieve that goal. So this is part of me just sharing my process, what my plan is. I don't know if it'll work necessarily, but I think at least putting the plan out there and putting it forward is the first step to actually achieving said goal. Because if you never actually go for it, you're never going to achieve it. So this is my first step for this year to really create something more out of what I love doing and truly turning it into a business. So yeah, let's get into it. For this year, I have a total of 4 more business-oriented goals and then an extra goal just for myself personal-wise. So my 5 goals are 1, to fully establish my brand as an actual company. So that's just going to take a little bit of a process. I have to get a license, and I have to figure out the taxes and that sort of thing. It varies a lot state to state or country to country, so figuring that stuff out can be a little complicated or very complicated depending on where you live. Luckily for the state that I live in, it's pretty simple. I just haven't gotten around to it because it does cost money, and as you may or may not have guessed, I don't have a lot of money. So that is the main first goal of 2023 is getting my business license for Wyvern-Hearted Ink. The second main goal is that I want to publish 3 titles this year. 3 titles. I know that's a big goal considering I haven't really published anything yet so far, but I feel really close. I basically just need to package everything together for the chalice and it'll be ready to publish, and then I'm making really quick progress with Crestfallen, so I'm super excited. That's probably going to be my second title to publish this year, and then my third is hopefully the second book of Harkøth's Blood, which is tentatively going to be called The Gauntlet. So you may or may not have ideas as to what that may mean, but definitely for sure the Chalice is the first book, and I am hoping to get that done pretty early this year. Those are kind of lofty goals. Well, the first one's not so lofty, but the second one is a kind of a lofty goal, and I kind of want to actually say at least 3 titles. I'm hoping to produce more than that. I'm hoping to produce at least 1 per quarter, but it just depends on how things work out and what my schedule will be and, just general life stuff. Keeping it low at 3 titles that I want to publish. For my third goal of 2023, I want to sell at least 3 marketplaces. At least. I'm thinking that I'm going to be applying to several different markets for this year just within my state. I'm probably just going to do low budget ones that I can afford the application for, and just get my name out there, get the ball rolling, try and sell just here and there what I can. I have a lot of stuff from my parents' old business, so I have a booth, I have a tent, I have a basic cover and stuff, but that will take investments in getting more stuff as I do them and having the actual products to be sold at a marketplace. But that is my third goal for 2023. At least 3 markets. If I get 3 markets, I feel like I will at least got my foot in the door, I will understand the experience, and I can tell for sure for myself whether or not I like that or whether I'm more interested in just doing digital stuff. I think markets are really enjoyable, and I think it would be very fun to be able to do that on a regular basis. So this is my first step. Number 4, I want to make a monthly income from my art/comics. Technically, I'm kind of achieving this goal currently, but it's not a substantial amount of money. I make about roughly $25 a month currently from my one Patreon. But the hope is to make a more substantial amount of money. My base goal for what I want to make month to month for the beginning of my business is roughly about $200 to $400. It's not very much, but it would be something to say, I can build from this, I can make money off of this, I can work towards something bigger, because obviously I don't have a lot to sell. I don't have a lot of items yet, just because it does cost so much to order products and then gamble on whether or not they're going to be sold. So that's part of the process of learning what's going to work for your business and that sort of thing. So finally, for my last goal is more just for me, but I want to take time and invest in my space and like properly decorate and enjoy my space. For a lot of my early 20s, I've been jumping from apartment to apartment to apartment, so I've never really felt like I've had a home base where I was properly able to decorate and like stay and felt comfortable like painting the walls and really getting invested. And so I'm hoping that within this year or maybe next year that I'll have a space where I'll feel invested enough to properly decorate and enjoy the space that I have. Currently our space is really small, it's really crowded, so I'm trying my best to make what I can of it, and enjoy the spaces that I do have. And I just want to take more time to do that for myself, because it really helps me a lot, and it helps my creative process to feel like I'm at home where I am, and not just that there's piles of junk because there's never enough space. You know what I mean? So those are my main goals for this year. That being said, I don't want to just leave it at those are my goals, but I want to talk a little bit about what I'm going to do to try and achieve these goals. So personally, I think having a quarterly goal base will help me know what I need to accomplish every 3 months in order to reach my final goals for the year. And I mean, this is kind of how businesses work, especially like larger businesses. They do quarterly like check-ins to see how their profits are and that sort of thing. So that's kind of my thought process, is that taking chunks of the year will help me break it down, but not break it down to monthly, because then that's too small of a time frame where I feel too afraid that I'm not gonna achieve what I'm going for. So in my first quarter, which is January to March, or January through March, so to April technically. But January through March, I want to make sure that I get the form for my license. I want to pay for that and fill it all out, get it done, get through, have my business license. 2, I want to apply to at least 3 marketplaces. There's plenty that are already like ready to apply to, and many that like have a cutoff date of like mid-January that you have to sign up to be able to be accepted. So I need to get those done as quickly as possible. So those are my first 2 goals for the first quarter. Then my third goal for the first quarter is to both digitally and physically publish the Chalice. That is almost done already, so I just need to go through the process of actually getting it finished, getting it like all the covers and the inner cover and all that sort of stuff sorted out. And most of that is just like trying to decide what looks nice. So it's just a process of flipping back and forth, figuring it out. For my final goal for the first quarter, I want to open my own website. This has been something that I've worked on and off on for a very long time, but I've just never felt 100% in whatever website that I make. And it's incredibly frustrating because I really love making websites and designing things, but I just never have a clean aesthetic that like I feel like properly shows what I want, but also isn't so clean that it doesn't feel like me. I don't have a very clean aesthetic, and that's part of my issue, is that websites always want you to go with clean aesthetics. So those are my goals for the first quarter. For the second quarter, I want to track all of my business expenses and incomes from the last quarter, and from that quarter, I want to apply for more marketplaces and attend the markets that I have already applied for. And then I want to publish Crestfallen. Crestfallen is the spin-off comic of Harkøth's Blood, and it's going to be an origin story of one of the main characters. I'm planning on doing kind of a series, not necessarily under the same name, but just a series of origin stories for different characters. I think that could be very fun, especially if I can do little short story versions. After Crestfallen, then I'll go into my third quarter, which is July through September. So again, I want to track all of my expenses and incomes. I want to publish The Gauntlet, which will be the second book of Harkøth's Blood. I want to attend the last of my marketplaces, and, well, not the last, but like probably close to the last, just because most marketplaces around here close up at the beginning of October, because it does tend to get pretty cold by then. But it just depends. We've had a really mild winter so far, so who knows what this next year will bring, but could be anything. So yeah, probably the last few places that I go attend as a vendor. One of the ones that I want to vendor at is the Renaissance Festival. It has been my dream for a very long time to be a vendor at the Ren Fest, but I've just never felt like I had enough things. I've never actually had the business license in order to do it, and I don't know if I'll need help or not, so I might be enlisting volunteers from my friend group to come and help me sell my stuff. It just depends on how the other marketplaces go and what I think is gonna end up happening with all that stuff. So the final quarter, the fourth quarter, from October through December, I want to again track all my business income and stuff. I want to attend the last of my markets. I want to finish the novel that I am currently working on. I haven't regularly been working on it since probably November, but I want to get back into that and work on that throughout the year, and then hopefully have that done in the last quarter of next year, or of this year. Sorry, confusing. Then finally, I want to start the third comic of Harkøth's Blood, and hopefully get that done faster than the last two have taken, because I think my process is speeding up a lot because I'm able to do more stuff digitally, and it comes out a lot faster than it used to. So I am very excited to see what I can accomplish this year. I think I really have a good chance at getting a lot done, and I really feel like this is my year to really push my business and properly actually get off the ground. I feel like for the last couple of years I felt like I wanted to, but I wasn't able to, or I was too afraid to go after those things. So I really feel like I'm finally ready, and it's the only thing I want to do with my life. So if you want to help me out in any way with achieving these goals for this year, please check out my Ko-Fi and other links below, or just follow along, like my videos, watch my content. You know, you can support me any way that you feel comfortable. Those are the goals for this year, and if you want to know what markets I'm going to be attending, I will let you guys know with quarterly updates as far as what I'm doing, and I will try and let you guys know as soon as possible once I know what marketplaces I'm going to be attending this year. So those are the goals. I'm so excited. I'm also very nervous, so I don't want to chicken myself out. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it this year. And I hope you join me along the way. Oh, also, I wanted to make a note that I am trying to get videos out every weekend. It seems to be roughly in there that I tend to get them done. So anywhere between Friday and Sunday, I will likely have a video published, but it's just figuring out the editing time schedule and schedules for random side work that I've been doing has kind of been Mod Podge and weird. So just look for my videos over the weekend. I will hopefully at least publish one per weekend. And then obviously I post my shorts all the time. If you want more consistent content, please check out my TikTok and my Instagram. Both of those I post to almost every day, if not every day. So yeah, if you want more of my content, please check me out there at Wyvern Hearted Inc. And you can check out my personal Instagram. That's a lot less frequent, but that's the Inner Demonologist. So anyways, I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.